Hello, this is Victor for Monday, June 12th here, and I'm going to quickly go over some stock picks that came out on my scanner here. This first batch here was came out on Sunday night, and this was effective for today. So I'm sharing this with you because some of them did not trigger, and there's still potential. So let's go ahead and start here. ASRT. And if you want to know the name, it's right here, the company. So, or you can look at the symbol right here as far as on the chart. What we're looking at here is the daily and with the RSI 5. And this is the RSI 5, but on the weekly chart. So it gives us an idea of where we're at on the RSI 5 on the weekly. All right, so we got the setup here where it got oversold. So we're looking for a potential bounce. It is on an uptrend. So if the market's going to continue to go up, especially with all this news about the bull market being over now or starting, which seeing this, almost everybody's talking about it in the internet, and you hear all these, see all these articles, the bull market is here and so on. And the fear and greed gauge is now at extreme greed. So got to be careful. But meanwhile, there's still some plays out here, especially when the sectors are rotating. And usually this is where we could find them here. Okay, this one here is a pharmaceutical. And you could see it has pulled back. And we're under the 5. So we're waiting for a bounce. Close near the end of the day above the 5 to get in here. Okay, and here's, you could see the trend line here. This is your support. So we're going to see if it could bounce back up here. Once it's in, then we'll go ahead and evaluate where the stop loss and potential targets will be. Going over to CRSP, which is also a biotech. As you could see, the biotechs are and pharmaceuticals are probably starting to wake up. We have a trigger, a setup. No trigger to get in yet. We're under the 5-day moving average, which is this blue line here. We do have some support making higher highs. First Solar, FSLR. This is under the semiconductors. And this one here, it had closed above the 5-day moving average just ever so slightly. So you put in your entry. I put in the risk here, and then kind of hard to gauge is probably a good target. It's right up in this area. So have a 2-to-1 risk, risking 4% to make 8.5%. Next one is GT, Automotive Aftermarket. So people are going to be keeping their cars longer, especially if things are slowing down. Prices, the price of cars are extremely high now. Almost the average price is $40,000 for a car. So a lot of people are probably going to be keeping the car and maintaining it. So again, this is an automotive aftermarket. Goodyear tires and rubber. This is for their tires. So we do have some support here. Now this can continue to go down. It's hard to say, but we have the setup. We're under here, so keep an eye on that. HOLX, Medical Specialties. This is coming down as well. We got some support here. Maybe we'll continue to go down here before we get the bounce. So keep an eye on that. OKTA. This one is a package software company. This one, it did close above the 5-day moving average. So the entry price was here. Stop loss is right slightly below the low of this candle here. And as far as, but we have this big gap down. It probably had to do with the earnings here. So to be conservative, I would go with the 0.382. You know, don't ask for too much to get to this target price area here. RHHBY. This is another major pharmaceutical. They do have some support here. support, support. So it seems like we're just about either tagged it or going to tag it, and then we do have a way before considering closing above the 5-day moving average, but we are oversold and we have a setup on the 5 RSI. UL, this one is household personal care stuff. So here we got some support here, support. So could it come down and bounce here? Probably. So keep an eye on this. Keeping an eye on this. The good thing is we do have a divergence here forming. So as soon as we get a close above the 5, we may get a run to at least to this 150 moving average line here. We also have a gap up here, so we'll wait and watch. The last one, VVV, is another consumer service. Not exactly sure. Oh, Valvoline. Okay, automotive. We did pierce below the support, but it ended up closing above. So here's a 5-day moving average. We'll keep an eye on this. Oversold. Going back to First Solar, FSLR. We got a small little divergence here, and let me go OKTA. All right, that's just want to make sure. So this is the only divergence ones that I see here. Now let me go to today's scan list. Today we got another batch here. This one here, this was the support. Fake out. Now we broke below it. So we got the 5-day moving average still lagging behind. Can it continue to fall? Certainly. So we'll have to watch and wait on this. It is still kind of making higher highs, except for this little small part here. So if it continues to go down, might need to take this off my watch list. CLX, this is a household personal care stuff. Also, you can see the support. Now it's resistance. It closed below it. Maybe it'll bounce here and try to head up higher. FOUR. This one is a miscellaneous commercial service. Shift for payments. I guess they do some kind of payment stuff. Got support. So maybe we'll get it, come down here to hit the support before getting a bounce. I have to watch and see. I do want to put a trend line here just to keep an eye on it, like so. We're going to make that red to make it resistance here. So keep an eye on that here. So it's forming a triangle. GIS, this one is a food, major diversified. I guess they deal with foods. You have resistance, broke the resistance, now becomes support, came down, bounced, and it closed. Now it's trying to bounce here. So it's kind of wedging between the support, 150 moving average, and the 5. So we do have a divergence, and earnings is coming up. So maybe there is something going to cause it to pop up. IBN. This is a finance regional bank. We got getting into the oversold area, not extremely oversold, so it's going to be interesting to see if it's going to break down or bounce up. Maybe we'll have some resistance up in this line, so I'm going to go ahead and put this here just to keep an eye on this, make it red for resistance. So let's just get an idea. If it bounces from there to the bar here, 147, but that's just the start. If it does break above it, then the next target will be way up here, 23.74. That's the price. LNTH, got a divergence. You're hitting right at support. Well, it's going to be interesting to see on this one here. I'm going to also go ahead and put a trend line here to keep an eye on it. All right, so if it looks like if it does break the 5 and can close above the 5 and this trend line, then we probably have a chance to hit double top up here. MMP, this may continue to go down. It's starting to become oversold. Just keep an eye on it. And this one here, oversold. It did break below, kind of slashed through here. So this could be interesting. 5-day moving average is way up here. So this may be several days or just not going to make it. So we'll see if it can make it throughout this week. NEO is a medical nursing service. Looks like we're going to get a bounce over here. Touch here. Let's see. It's just starting to become oversold. PLD, Real Estate Investment Trust. It can possibly hit the support down here before getting the bounce going up here. We'll have to just watch and wait. See that one? RIG, trading kind of through a channel. So we might get a tag right down here before another bounce up that way. And two more. RIOT, another, it's a financial conglomerate. It's already getting late. Could be coming down here and ping pong along this line, so not too excited about that. And the last one, RVNC, another pharmaceutical, major pharmaceutical. You can see its support. It's kind of breaking down here. Going to have some support from this 150 moving average line, and see if we can continue. So if these sectors rotate where the pharmaceuticals come in, that would be great. This is where these will start bouncing up. Okay, well that's pretty much it. Sorry that I had a list here, and we'll keep an eye on it until the next video of following these stocks. All right, thank you and have a good night.